Mia St. John is one of the most accomplished women in boxing history, as a 5-time world champion. She's had plenty of fights outside of the ring as well. In her upcoming book, Fighting for My Life, St. John opens up about the loss of her son and the love of her life, battling addiction and getting up off the mat. Our Jim Hill has more.
At one time, you were one of the hottest names in sports as far as a boxer is concerned, much less a female boxer.
Right. And I mean, those were like the best years of my career, opening for Oscar De La Hoya, Roy Jones Jr. That was the best time in my career. I mean, I was on the pay-per-view fights. I was, on the Tonight Show, and, I was on the cover of Playboy, and those were great times.
What do you think your greatest accomplishment was in boxing?
I showed the world that a woman can be feminine and still be a fighter, and I was very feminine. I was very girly, but I also had like a boyish side to me. I was always a tomboy my whole life, and so I think I just showed that you can be feminine and still do a man's sport, so to speak.
Talk about the name of your book and how you came up with that name.
Right, Fighting for My Life. I just feel like that's what I've been doing my whole life, is fighting, from my childhood to my teen years, all the way into adulthood. I lost my firstborn, my only son, and then I lost the love of my life, and it was just all too much. And I don't exactly know what happened in those days. It's all just a blur, I know I lost my sobriety, and all of a sudden people were telling me that I was trying to take my life. This book is about not overcoming grief, because I wish someone would have told me back then when I lost my child that you're going to grieve forever. This is not something that you can drink away. It's about coping with your grief and learning to move forward and to fight on, to keep fighting.
You are much stronger today than you were 10, 15, 20 years ago, correct?
Oh, this changed my life. This was life-changing. But Jim, I'm a fighter. I mean, I'm a fighter. Like, nothing's gonna take me down. I had that same feeling when I was in the ring. Like, you could hit me with a 2x4 and I'm not going down. I'm not going down for nothing. And that's how I feel now. Like, I'm the same fighter that I was, years ago. Like, nothing's gonna take me down. I'm gonna keep fighting, literally.
That's going to do it for us. Your next news over on CBS 2 at 11. Have a great night, everybody.